Hello to my Windows buddies, and today we're setting up Node.js. So to be able to set up Node.js, just go to open your favorite browser and just search for Node.js, and then you'll find it as the first option on the results if you're using Google. Just go click on the download button there. So as you can see, they have a Windows installer there. So they have this thing called LTS here, and there's the one that says current latest features. So the difference between these two ones here is LTS stands for long-term support, and it's uh, versions of Node.js that have been released and stable to say. So if you're going to normally what people do is if you're going into production, you'd want to use the long-term support because it's more stable. The current one it's where development for your latest node features are. It's also stable, but a lot of things can change there because it's not really finalized as yet. So you'd want to go for the long-term support one. So I think we'll be doing that in this for our installation as well. So we'll take the long-term support. So we'll click there, and then we'll go to our Windows installer. So and then you can see it's downloading at the bottom left of the screen. You don't need to worry about which if your machine is 32-bit or 64-bit. I think it just downloads one for you. I think it picks it up from your machine and then it does it. If I'm not sure, I haven't used the 32-bit machine in a while, but if it doesn't download the right one for you, you can choose one of these here. So you can go 32-bit for your machine or 64-bit. But yeah, and then just go. So we're going to install the program now. Let's click on there. I already have Node.js installed on my machine, so I'll just take you through the steps. So next, and then it says lets you change the way features are installed. So I think it's already picking up that I have a Node.js on my machine. So maybe I should uninstall that quickly. Uh, okay. Here, honestly, haven't used Windows in a while, so a bit rusty. So find it there, uninstall. Yes. I think that's done. So close that and that. Let's go back. Click. I think I'm gonna cancel it there, and then I'm gonna start over. I think it's found in my downloads. Yeah, it's the same one. So I'll just go there. Accept. See, and then it'll ask you where to install it on your machine. You can change that if you want to, but I'm not going to change it. And just click next. Don't worry about that stuff and install. I mean, if you want to say no, you won't have it on your machine, so it's better to say yes. And we are done. There, we now have Node.js on our machines. So for us to be able to test that we have a Node.js on the machine, go to the search button here and just type cmd, and then you see a command prompt there, and then just click on it. And then if you type node and then enter, if you see that error the way it's being shown on my screen, then that means you have it installed on your machine. So you can go like 1+1, and it'll like, oh, 2, okay. Then you know it's installed on your machine. So I'm just gonna exit there. I think it's a control C. Or if a better way to check is just go type the word node and -v. So node -v, it will tell us the version of the node that's installed on our machine. So here you can see it says 10.16. That's the one you have installed on our machine. And one thing that comes with Node is this thing called npm. So if I type npm -v, there should be something there as well. So it says 6.9.0. So npm is like our app store. So it helps us install other tools that we need. So when we installed Node.js, this also came with Node.js. So now if you go npm install, and if you know the name of the tool that you want to install on your machine, you can just type the name there. But there are different things that you choose where you choose to install that tool. So you can choose to install the tool globally on your machine, or if you have a project set up, you can choose to install it there. And we'll go through the installing it on your project later in the course, but now I'll just show you how to install it on your machine globally. So now if I go, so since we want to be able to run Typescript programs, we need to install the Typescript tool. So now we go npm install. So to tell npm to install it on our machine globally, we go -g. So once you go -g, say, okay, I need to install this on the machine and not in the project. So -g, and what's the name of the tool that we want to install? It's Typescript. So you see it's written Typescript, and then I go enter, and then it should install it onto my machine. So there, that was quick. So now, by installing Typescript globally onto our machine, we are given more tools to run on our machine. So if I go, so for Typescript, we don't go, if I go Typescript and go enter, it says Typescript is not recognized as an internal or external command. So the tool we use for Typescript is called TSC, so which stands for Typescript compiler. So now if I go TSC, you see something there happen. Let me just make this full screen. So something there happened. So that means we will be able to run our Typescript programs. So that's it for the setup, and we will be going over how to actually use this compiler when we create our first program in the next video. Thank you.